Well, more local schools are getting help to have more school resource officers. Today, districts are making plans to use the more than $700,000 that our region is receiving through state grants. 10 News reporter Tommy Lopez talked to Amherst County leaders about being able to keep their staffing levels.
Amherst County leaders say they're glad to have this grant and that it's important for them to keep these school resource officer positions.
Sheriff E.W. Vire has been fighting to have even more deputies in schools. The county increased the number to 4 last year.
I think it's very important. It's instrumental to us as for the safety of the students and the staff there.
And the officers' duties extend beyond the school year. They also run summer camps, like this one going on right now at the sheriff's office.
Instead of being scared of us, we want the children to come to us and believe in us and believe they can tell us what's going on.
He and Assistant Superintendent William Wells would like to have enough money in the future to put one officer in each of the 10 schools. They are thankful for the state funding.
These grants do assist us in that manner, so we don't have to rely on hit the taxpayers of Amherst County as much to do these things that we really are vital for safety of our students.
The tragedies like the mass shooting at a school in Parkland, Florida stay on their minds.
You think about it every day. You can't help but think about the things that go on, and are we doing the things we need to do to make sure our buildings are safe and our students are safe.
And through grant funding, there are other elements of school security that will be new this year. After getting buzzed into an elementary school, you'll now need a key card to get past a second door. And there are new, sturdier classroom doors coming to every school that needs them. In Amherst County, I'm Tommy Lopez, 10 News, working for you.